Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anna Yates,
Principal's
Principal's report.
Ms. Lang, thank you for coming tonight. Board members, if you haven't met Ms. Lang yet, Diane Lang is the principal of the K-8, Anna Yates.
Good evening. I'm Diane Lang. I'm principal of Anna Yates, TK through 8 school. I'm going to share a few of our bright spots tonight regarding some of the things we have been working on as a staff. We are in year 2 of a partnership with Mills Teacher Scholars. Many of you are probably familiar with Mills. We are working on the process of inquiry so that we can delve deeper into what we're doing in classrooms and examining our professional practices with students. We are in year 1 of instructional rounds. Instructional rounds is a process where we are breaking up into teams and we're going around looking at classrooms to determine best practices, to identify areas of strength and areas that have need for improvement. The instructional rounds have led us into questioning PD, professional developments, on the depth of knowledge questions that we use in classrooms so that we are basically pushing the bar in terms of the rigor, the work that our students do, and identifying that the questions that we ask really challenge the thinking, the critical thinking skills of our students. We are piloting this year for our K-5 classrooms 2 English language arts programs. We have National Geographic and Benchmark Advanced. So we're doing a pilot, and as we come into the spring, we'll be making a determination as far as which ELA program we want to continue for the 2017-18 school year. Right now we have after-school tutoring for all of our students who have been identified based on assessment and needs that their teachers recognized in English language arts and math. So this is to help support the needs of our struggling students. The tutoring is offered by our teaching staff after school, and students attend anywhere from 2 to 4 days per week. We are in year 1 of a PBIS implementation. PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Intervention Supports. And PBIS is all about having school-wide systems to support what happens in our school, how we respond to tier 1, 2, and 3 behavioral concerns that come up in our school. Our 3rd grade team has partnered with MOAD. MOAD is the Museum of the African Diaspora. They're located in San Francisco, and we were fortunate to develop a partnership with them. And the partnership includes all of our 3rd grade students being provided with buses and being able to travel to the museum. They're meeting with docents and artists to help them learn about art and the critique process. And the museum also comes out to our school and goes into the classrooms to further support our teachers as well as our students here at school. So this has been a really wonderful partnership. Another benefit of this partnership, because the partnership with the museum is through the Alameda County Office of Education, and this has offered us free professional development for all of our teachers in the building. And the professional development is referred to as ILSP. That's the Integrated Learning Specialist Program. It partners art across disciplines and has an emphasis on social justice. So we've had 5 teachers, as well as myself, who are going to be taking classes at MOAD to improve our professional practice and become better teachers for our students. Normally these classes are $300 per section, and again, it's free of charge to us because of our partnership with MOAD and our affiliation with the County Office of Education. We have a tech team that meets on alternating Thursdays after school. The purpose of our tech team is to look at a strategy on how we're going to implement one-on-one devices for our students. So they're meeting right now and talking about what that kind of an implementation could possibly look like and how we could get devices for our students, what the professional development would need to include for our teachers, and what the instructional goals for our students would need to include. We have a highly functioning ILT. ILT is the Instructional Leadership Team. We meet twice a month on Tuesdays after school, typically from 3:30 to 5 o'clock. And our ILT is currently setting our goals, our pedagogical goals for the duration of the school year, and we're also planning for the beginning of the next year. We're basing our goals off of the observations of our instructional rounds, the data that we're collecting, the work that we're doing with Mills inquiry, as well as our PBIS work. So it's an opportunity for us to integrate the various programs that we have on our campus and be intentional around what we're doing so that we're not just picking bits and pieces, but we're deliberately integrating our systems together to fortify our instructional practices. So that concludes what I have for you as far as some of our bright spots. One thing that we want to definitely think about and that our tech team has raised as we consider offering more devices to our students is more technical support for our classrooms and for our students. And we also continue to grapple with a shortage of substitute teachers because we work really hard to be able to offer strong professional development to our teachers on a regular basis, but it's really difficult to do if we don't have coverage for the classroom. So we're really interested. If we have parents or anyone who is qualified, we'd like to invite them to join our substitute list. And that concludes my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Hi, Ms. Lang. I have one question. You mentioned the one-on-one device or getting more devices in the classroom. Is there a current plan to do that, or is it a goal? Where does that stand?
Well, that's the purpose of the tech team. The tech team is actually working on the plan as far as what the rollout would look like. And at this time, it's a gradual plan, meaning that there are some classrooms that would have the devices first, kind of discover what some of the challenges or shortcomings would be, and then it would, the ultimate goal is for all of our students to have them, but it's something that would happen gradually over time. And the tech team does include students and staff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Follow up to a question having to do with the implementation of the technology. Does that dovetail with any of our LCAP priorities?
I don't know. We may want to direct that to our superintendent.
Okay. It does. It is intertwined and it is spelled out as actions in the LCAP. And in fact, there's some money that was specifically called out for this purpose for the students to have their own devices.
Great, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? No questions and no comments? Anyone from the public have any comments, questions?